Hello and welcome back to 484 Freedom. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos. I think it's been darn near 7 years. I think my last one was, my CZ Scorpion, if my wife let me keep it or not. I love that gun. Anyway, today I want to have a video going over my Truck EDC. Now, before 2020, I did not have a Truck EDC. I didn't even keep anything in my truck every day that was something I thought about. It was just whatever tool I had or jacket, whatever, but I didn't keep anything in there specifically for any reason. Those days have changed now because in 2020, when COVID hit, I was working not close to home. I was about 45 minutes from home at the time, and we got the call asking if we were essential workers, and at the time I didn't have an answer. I didn't even understand why. Found out that the government was shutting down our workforce unless you were an essential worker, and found out that we technically were. So we were going to continue to work, and that first day we were driving home talking about it, and we were like, why are we getting shut down? So the guy I'm working with, he's watching videos on our way home, and he was like, man, this is like weird. It's this COVID sickness that's coming through, and they're shutting the country down. It must be pretty crazy. Like, we're starting to wonder, are we going to have zombies? Are we going to have an apocalypse? Or like, what is going to happen? So we were really confused on the situation that was going to happen. So we decided that the next day we were going to go to work, and no matter what happened, we were going to make sure we got home. So both of us loaded up all the firearms we felt comfortable and all the magazines that we felt comfortable bringing with us, and we went to work. And we were pretty full of confidence we were getting home that day. Got into work, uneventful, left work, uneventful, and this is going on for like a month because we didn't know. The government didn't tell us what this situation was. So slowly but surely we started taking stuff out, and next thing you know, I have one firearm left in my truck, and that is my old trusty Glock 27. This is the second gun I've ever purchased, and I really have nothing bad to say about this gun. It's been a reliable, everyday gun, and that's what lives in my truck every single day. And this is the gun that, God forbid something ever happens, I might have to use it someday to get home. I'll have to use it, but this is what I carry. I don't keep an AR, I don't keep shotgun, I don't keep any of that big stuff because I do have kids. That I have one that plays baseball, another one that, plays instruments, another one that, we always have stuff in and out of the truck. There's nowhere for me in the truck to actually store a long gun where I'm not concerned with something happening to it. We're folding the seats, flipping the seats. Like, there's always somewhere. Even if I put a safe in there for it, there's nothing that's going to guarantee me that nothing's going to happen to it. So I keep this in a little safe in the truck. The way I know it's good to go. I run the Spear Gold Dots. They're very, very nice rounds in my main mag that's in the gun all the time. And then I have two mags that I always have in the truck as well. And it's a 6+2, so I have 8 in each magazine. The reason I carry ball in these is because if I have to get to a second or third magazine, like, I'm not trying to hit something. I'm just shooting defensively and running at that point. It's not for an offensive situation or any situation other than get the heck out of there. So this is what I carry. I use this holster. I don't know where I got the holster from. It was it's made, I think, somewhere here in the East Coast. And what really drew me to this holster, and we're talking 25 years ago, before appendix carry was a thing, I would carry at 4 o'clock, and I used this holster because it had the leather backing on it, and it kept everything very comfortable. Like, it stays body temp, doesn't get too cold, too hot. And so that's the holster I use all the time, and I really, really appreciate this holster. It feels good. The problem is now I carry appendix, this is not a very good appendix holster because you can see it's like canting the gun kind of uncomfortably in my appendix. So I don't use this gun that often, other than it sits in my truck safe, and then if I need it, I'll put it in this holster and I'll carry it. Now I did just carry this hunting season when we went out deer hunting, because I forgot to bring my EDC gun, and the first day I wore this, I regretted not having that appendix carry. I had it at 4 o'clock. You know, you have a gun sling on, you're hiking through the woods, your legs are going up and down pretty high, and it really rubbed right in that butt cheek, that right butt cheek. And I had a good Charlie horse for a couple days, and I wore it. We were hunted for 4 days, and I wore it every single day out there. And it was a 45-minute walk into where our stand was each day. So that was a little interesting. Something you learn, live and learn. I haven't carried that gun deer hunting in about 15 years, so it was pretty neat to take it back out this year. It looks like it needs a cleaning, probably from deer hunting. Every now and then I'll switch it up a little bit. I have a Glock 19 here that I have, and I also have the same holster, just a bigger version. This one was for my G22 I had back in the day, but that gun I no longer have because I had to sell the gun due to financial constraints we had. I had a landscape company back in the day. The first year we started it, I started in October. Starting a landscape company in October is not the best time to start a landscape company. So in, I'll say, April or May of that year, we needed money to feed the family, and I had to sell about 4 or 5 guns to make sure I could do that. The unfortunate part was they consigned them. It took me 2 months to get the money, so it never really went towards that. We were blessed enough to have money come in and not starve. Would have been better to have the gun money earlier, but it is what it is. That shop didn't buy guns, they only consigned them. So I guess it worked out. So that one also has the same style holster, and that's what I carry every now and then. I don't carry the G19 ever in this holster anymore. I just wanted to show you. If I put it in the truck, I might put this holster with it. Probably not. I'll probably still have a appendix carry holster. I also carry a flashlight with me all the time. It's a little tiny guy, through night flashlight. It's got 2 settings. It's very good, gets the job done. You don't need a flashlight that often. I think one time I had a flat tire, I needed it. That's about it. Got a little pen, I pick it up. A guy I used to landscape for when I was a little kid, sold Christmas trees for him. Guy taught me landscaping. He keeps giving me these pens every Christmas. Super nice pens. I think I have like 5 or 6 of them now. So we still buy our Christmas trees from him every year. He was very good to me, and since I was 14 or 15, I've had a Christmas tree from that gentleman ever since. Next in my truck, I carry medical kits with me. I carry 2. I got them at a gun show one day. Decided, again, right after 20, when the gun shows opened back up after COVID, I decided I was going to go and start making sure that I can always get home. So it's got a bunch of everything in here. I got chest seals, I got blood, things to stop the bleeding pretty quickly. I got shears, trauma kit, pretty much everything you could need when you're out there. If something happens and I can at least get to my vehicle and help somebody if possible is needed. And then the other one I think is more like a boo-boo bag. It's got more like band-aids and bag. Can't even speak tonight. Bandages and band-aids. Actually, this is the other one. I'm sorry, I had them backwards. Yeah, this is band-aids and bandages, but it has all the heavy metal stuff in there, and the tourniquets in here, cotton swabs, all the fun stuff. So I wanted to make sure I had the little stuff and the big stuff. You know, I can fix a little boo-boo, or I can close a chest wound. That was kind of like my goal for having the 2 kits together. The person that sold them to me, I guess, Charter Tactical, they were, you know, they sold the Boo Boo bag and then they sold the other one. And I was like, well, I might as well make it so my family is safe if I'm out on the road, or I can help someone else if they're in need. So I carry that all the time. The other thing I have that is never outside my truck except for right now is an umbrella. This has been the most important tool in my truck that I use probably more often than any. My son plays baseball, so a lot of times I'm out when the weather's not great. We hunt, weather's not always great. I can pull that guy out. We're driving to and from places, I just pull it out. My wife doesn't even keep one in her vehicle, and so she loves when she's with me because I always have the umbrella to pull out and walk her to the door, wherever that might be. And then the other thing that's always in the truck, that's guaranteed, is a club. I always have a baseball bat in there. So this is probably the first thing that gets grabbed if, God forbid, we have a situation where we need to get up and go. So that's what I carry in my truck. The other thing I have all the time is a pair of reading glasses. I can't read a screen anymore. So looking at my phone screen, looking at everything else, I can't see. Now I have a book. I always have a book. Right now I'm reading Tim Grover's Relentless. I'm waiting on my son baseball practices, waiting before and after games, all this other stuff, jazz going on. So I read. I can read this book without any glasses. I cannot read a phone without glasses. I guess the blue light really has messed my eyes up. Not really a fan of that situation. The other thing that is usually with me in the truck is my EDC. It's very rare. I don't have this guy anymore. My EDC is a Shadow Systems XR920 CR920 XP CR. So sorry, CR920 XP. This is loaded, so I'm going to keep it in the holster. I have a HoloSun 407K on there, and it has the 6MOA red dot, and this is the only red dot I've ever looked at that did not have any distortion to it. So this is my absolute favorite red dot. Zero distortion. I can see it as good as I'm looking at a prism sight. And then the other thing I have on here is I keep a Cloudster pillow, I guess is what they're called, on there. This acts as a wedge. It's so comfortable. The smartest thing I've ever done was go to Cloudster to have a wedge, because I used to have one of the tier 1 conceal systems. That's the holster I use. I had one of their foam wedges back here, and I could wear it all day. I would have a hot spot as soon as I put it on for like a half an hour, like guaranteed hot spot for a half an hour when I put it on. It would drive me nuts. And then in the vehicle, out of the vehicle, I could feel hot spots every now and then. Depending on how much I walked, I could have hot spots. This, now, I've had to tamper with it a lot. Like, it has this little foam pieces inside of it. It's like memory foam almost. So it's like this kind of stuff here. And you pack it full or you take it out. So I had to put it in too full. And like, you look, it's pretty fat to put in. Like, here's my 6-round magazine. You know, it's pretty fat to put in your pants. So I use a core belt, not core belt, I'm sorry. I do use a core belt sometimes, but my main goal belt right now is a Groove Life belt. And to tuck that puppy in, luckily that gives a little bit. I can get it into the pants, no problem. You can see there's like folds where it's like pushing it up a little bit, because every time I push it in, it pushes this stuff up like this. You get used to putting it in, pulling it out. You just have to make sure you pull everything really tight. I wear size 34 pants. A lot of times when I wear that, I'll wear 36 just to get them in and out. I have another one that I use on a bigger set, bigger appendix with a sidecar, and that has their extra large pillow in there. Now, that has been the most amazing carry setup I've ever had, other than it looks like I gained 6 inches of belly fat below my buckle. Like, if you're looking, you can see it. I usually will only wear that in the winter, but man, that is the most comfortable setup I've ever ran. This is super comfortable, and that doesn't have a sidecar. The one with the sidecar is even more comfortable with the wider pillow. Now, I could probably take the extra large and put it on here, but I want this to be as slim as I can get it. I don't want it to be poking out. Like, I mean, that other pillow is like twice this pillow. so I don't want it poking out on me. So I just run their medium one. They also have another that's camouflage. The extra large is white. I got the black. They also have them in camouflage. I really didn't care for the camo. I'm not a camo person unless I'm going hunting. So I don't want to wear it every day. So I don't wear camo every day. So that's pretty much it for my Truck EDC. We're at a new property since the last video. This is a new shop. I don't know if you watch the other videos. I don't know how much in the other shop you can see. Yeah, my son, he has a 125. I have a 250 KTM. Both are XCs. Love them to death. We ride a lot. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have. I guess I have a charging cable in there in the truck as well. That's really the last piece that's in there. I keep it pretty empty other than baseball bats and gloves and that kind of stuff for him. So I thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate if you watched all the way to this point. It's been a blessing to be back on here just talking. You know, I'm going to explain some experiences and show what I do, and if I can help someone, I would love to, you know, help them one way or another. So I'm going to try to put out more videos, maybe one a week, maybe one a little bit more. I got a lot of cool stuff like that Cloudster pillow, and I got some new cool holsters, some other just decent stuff that, you know, I'd like to show people and show the good and the bad for all the product. And my experiences with them, at least. I don't know if it's good or bad for the product. It's just been my experiences. So, happy 2026, and I hope everyone had a great 2025, and, you know, I wish everyone the best for 2026, and thank you so much for stopping by and listening to me rant, or I guess just talking, just showing things. Well, thanks again, and if you don't mind, subscribe. If not, I get it. That's cool. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you.